Hello and welcome everyone. Hi Meadow. It's nice to have somebody here. Yeah, feel free to come on camera if you'd like, or curious, or you can put in the chat, let me know how old are you and have you watched the previous lessons? Just curious to know where you're at. Let's see, it looks like you're frozen, and if you want to unmute yourself, that would be good. Here we go. Hello.
She's actually
Hi,
we've
Matt.
been working on the letters recently.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, how old are you?
It,
Oh, you want to unmute? Looks like the connection's not great. Oh, we lost her. Okay. Well, let's see. I will move forward and I'm just going to start by sharing this here. I'm going to start the slideshow. All right. Okay, so this is the third lesson. We're moving into a different family. So we did the family of communication the last two sessions, and today we are moving into the family of evaluating and learning, which is the letter Y, the U, the W, and the V. So let's get started. Hopefully Meadow can join us. Okay, so there she is. Hi, Meadow. So we're going to learn about the letters of, here, I'll go back a little bit here. The family of evaluating and learning. So we're going to do the Y, the U, the W, and the V today. I'll teach you how to write that. But before we go into the writing, let's talk about what each of them mean and everything that's associated with them. So the Y is the letter of self-acknowledgement. That means I speak of my talents with joy and gratitude. It means like being able to see, what are you good at? What can you say that, you're an expert at, or you're really talented at. So oftentimes people can kind of, dim their light by not actually being proud. So there's an element of being proud about your talents. So to be joyful and grateful for your talents, that's what the letter Y is all about. So the letter Y is associated with the element of earth. That's why I have the picture of dirt here. It's an earth, it has the earth element in it, which is very grounding. The white peahen looks like a white peacock. That's the animal associated with the letter Y. And the goddess Saraswati, she is the goddess of creativity, knowledge, and wisdom, the arts. That's what she represents. And then the gemstone is lapis lazuli, if I'm saying that right. And let me look at my notes really quick. If there's anything else that I'm missing, I want to kind of go over that a little bit more. Yeah, so the white peahen, so obviously she's strikingly beautiful, less colorful than, the male counterpart. And she is magnificent. She's confident, she's self-assured, and she goes about her life knowing that her gifts need not be shouted about, but merely sweetly acknowledged. And Saraswati, the goddess of music, knowledge, and the arts, Um, she is a manifestation of the Godhead, and she encourages you to be proud of your gifts and to express them freely, not proud as in like being all puffed up and arrogant, but proud as in grateful to have the talents that have been given to you and your ability to share them. So she's telling you, don't be shy. Quiet your mind, open your heart as you weave, write, draw, paint, sculpt, play music, play the guitar, dance, whatever it is, all the while speaking to her as you would to a close friend who knows you inside and out. So when you write that letter, you're calling upon her presence. And then the gemstone, the lapis lazuli, it has an ability to make us aware of our gifts and talents and abilities and to honor them and from a grateful heart. So there we have the letter Y. Okay, next one is the letter U, which is all about open-mindedness. So the U, when you look at it, right, it's open at the top. So signifying open mind, we can receive information, input, and the declaration of his intent, I listen to others as though as I know nothing. So when we're truly open-minded and really open to listening, we have to empty ourselves in order to be able to hear someone clearly. When we're full of ideas and opinions and judgments, then we can't really hear other people as deeply as we could. So the letter U encourages that, allows you to be empty and to listen deeply, to be open. So the U is of the element of water, and water is very flowing, and it allows for movement. And then we have the owl as the animal totem, and the owl is the one who knows that learning and growing from practicing the art of listening as a way of life. Knowledge speaks, wisdom listens. So the owl is very wise. Oftentimes that's, when you think of Winnie the Pooh and any fairy tale, the owl is always the one that carries wisdom, right? Then we have the guardian protector. This angel is Metatron. So this is when you see this sacred geometry shape, that's also a symbol of Metatron. This angel is the angel of thought, angel of thinking. Metatron is considered to be larger than the earth in size and next to God in importance. So Metatron is the angel who invites us to keep our thoughts free from opinions and to be open to truth in its many guises. He invites us to interact with others as though they have the answers we lack. So he invites us to be grateful for our own mind and to use it with respect for both others and ourselves. So he frees us from having too many opinions. And the gemstone is the pink coral. Here it is, the live pink coral. And this stone facilitates our openness and sincerity towards others. Okay. Next we have the W, the letter of the teacher. The W is, I live what I teach unerringly. So that means, practicing what you preach, essentially. That if you're teaching, for example, in my case, if I'm teaching others to do the handwriting daily, I should be doing the handwriting daily. So the W here, I just wanted to point out, this first W we don't do anymore, and unfortunately the cards have not been updated. So we don't do this sharp pointed W right now. We just do this curved one, and I'll show you how to write it. So the W is also the element of earth. The animal is the wolf. And the wolf is one of the most social and friendly animals on the planet. So If you've read stories in which a wolf attacked a human being, someone was pulling your leg. Wolves don't do that, not in reality. Although they are strong and powerful, they go out of their way to avoid fights, actually. And within their family pack, they romp and play and they protect. The gift of the wolf offers, what the gift that the wolf offers is to let you know that you have the strength, knowledge, and ability to teach, to share your knowledge, and you do not have to prove yourself to anyone. Just be yourself, honor yourself, and that is enough. The guardian protector is Jesus Christ, and he's a breathing, loving example of what is commonly called Christ consciousness. That came to earth to show us how to live. He was one of the finest teachers ever to walk on the planet, and he spoke and he taught, but it is how he lived that made him to be a teacher, to be admired and imitated. And what he taught was to never judge anyone. Don't do anything to anyone that you wouldn't want them to do to you, and to love your neighbor as yourself. He not only taught that, but he lived that, and that is what a true teacher is all about. The gemstone is green tourmaline, and it's known for containing many soul-based qualities. It helps you to get rid of self-doubts, and it protects your etheric body, your energy body, by keeping negativity away. So that's W. Then we have the letter V, which is spiritual discernment. I make all my choices attentively, always for the highest good. So the V is about being able to make decisions, knowing what's the best choice for you to make. And the element of the letter V is air. The animal is the eagle. And the eagle is one who can scan territory for food, right? He has this tremendous superpower. He has this eyesight that is absolutely incredible. He can see farther than we can. And he's able to grasp exactly what he's seeking. So he is an example of a decision maker who sees clearly what needs to be done and doesn't get involved with anything that isn't relevant, and he chooses solutions for what works for everybody, and that is the letter V. The angel protector is Zagzazel. It's quite an interesting name, isn't it? Zagzazel, the angel of wisdom. So wisdom and discernment are like the front and back of your hand. You can't have one without the other. So Zagzazel helps us to look at everything, look at all sides in a situation. So if you have a tough decision to make, especially maybe one in which there might be a conflict and you don't know how to choose, when you write the letter V, you're invoking the angel of Zagzazel, and Zagzazel will help you come to a decision. And then the gemstone is the ruby, and it's known for igniting soul courage by sharpening the mind's focus and concentration. So that is the gemstone. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to show you now how to do the letters. So the first letter, actually let me first letter is the letter Y. So remembering, let's see if you can see me. Let's make sure my camera is set right. Why can't I see you? There we go. Okay, so there's my chalkboard. All right, here we go. So you have You want to stay away from this edge, have an inch here and an inch on the top and an inch on the bottom. And so your paper is landscape, and the way the Y is written, so I have space here and space here, so I start about here. I go down, I go up. Now I don't go all the way up, I stop a little bit below. So see how this is taller than this? I'll draw a little angle. You want them to look, you want those two to look like that. And then the lowercase is the same, just smaller. So we'll do, your job will be to do 2 lines of these. I'm just going to do 1. So we go all the way across the page. Nice and slow. All right, so there, and again, you want to go all the way to the edge. You probably can't see the edge of my, yes, you can see it, great. Okay, so that's the Y. Now we're going to do the letter U, and the U is similar in that it's going to have this angle. So I'll do it in a different color. So the U, here's the capital letter U. See how this is taller than this? And then the lowercase is the same. And so you just go all the way across the page. And again, you're doing the best you can to keep your line straight across so that your letters aren't going down like that. And if you watched the video before, if you fold your paper to get those straight lines, you can do that. Okay, so there's the U. Then we're going to do the V. I'll do green. So the V goes kind of straight down and then angles to the right like that. Same with the lowercase. So go all the way across. Okay, so there you have the V. The last letter is the W, and remember, we're not going to do the pointy W that was shown on the card. We're going to keep it nice and curved. And the W also has this angle that goes down like that. So it goes like this. It doesn't come all the way up. It stops a little bit short. And it comes back down. And even the next one's lower than that. So you have this angle that goes down like that. And then it's the same thing with the lowercase. And so if you can imagine, if there was water getting poured into here, it would fill up, and that would pour out into here, would fill up, and then would pour out. So this water is cascading out of the W. So next one. Capital W, lowercase w. There you have it. So here's how you write the letters. if you get confused or you don't remember after watching this video, you can always go back, hit the replay, and pause on each one to practice on your own. But this is what it looks like. And going forward, just pick 3 letters that you want to work with each day. So maybe for the first half of the week, you're going to do the Y, the U, and the V, and maybe later in the week, you're going to do the U, the V, and the W. You don't want to do all 4 all at once. That's a lot. You could even just break it into 2. Like let's say for the first 3 days, you're just basically it. If you have any questions, you can, I'm not sure how the Oneness Foundation works, but maybe there's a way that you can send in questions or anything like that. And maybe send me your example, send me pictures of your writing. I can take a look at it. And anyway, so that concludes today's lesson, short and sweet. And happy writing to you. Thank you for joining, Meadow, and hope to see you next week. Okay, bye for now.